What's going on, guys? So I'm in the shop today. I'm doing a power steering pressure hose on this 08 F-150. Here's my new line. It's a Ford part. This one doesn't have the sensor attached to it. I think they stopped that in 07, so mine doesn't have it. But yeah, I mean, it's really straightforward. You pull it off the gear, pull it off the pump, you pull it out. There's not much you got to pull off. You do need to pull off the oil direction thing when you pull the filter out. That's where the oil goes. You need to pull that out. And let me show you one other thing I discovered, because no need to cuss at this job. It's really not as bad as you might think it is if you have a two-wheel drive truck. If you're four-wheel drive, good luck. Okay, so I pulled the oil, pan thing out right there. Just two 10s. There's going to be a 15 right there. That's a 15. You pull that bracket off. There's supposed to be one here in the middle. That's probably a 10, but I don't have it. There's a bracket here. And then there'll be a 10 on the gear side. If you can see all that, all those lines go in. There's a 10 right there. I'll show you in a second. And then the hardest one to get to is the one on the pump. But like I said, if you have a two-wheel drive, so on my 08, that is a 19. But on the new Ford part, it's an 18. So you do the math on that. But let me show you how I got to it, and it really just made my day right here. All right, so I'm under the truck, and you can see there's my wrench on the fitting. See, if you just snake it through, right through here, this is where the drive shaft goes on a four-wheel drive, and the diff sits up in here. But if you can get your 19 on your 08, if you can get it up through there, it's not very tight. All you gotta do is just crack it loose, and you can almost get it off by hand. So that's what I was doing, and it works pretty good. Like I said, you're gonna go back in with an 18, and I have a crow's foot for that. But you could also, you could also come back through this way and do it on this side. But you can see that fitting right there. That's the fitting you're going after. And you can get it from the back. I was looking at it from the front, and I was like, there's no way this is gonna happen. But it's all about perspective. And I just changed my perspective, went to the back, and I was like, oh shoot, we're gonna do it right there. So let me get that off, and then I'll get the new one back on, and we'll go from there. All right, I got that thing in there. Here's my mess. That's the old part. And it really wasn't that bad. The hardest part was definitely getting the new part back in there, because I had actually cut out the old one, and it was easy for me to get it out. But it really wasn't that bad of a job. It's like 4 bolts. I mean, it's like 3 bolts and one fitting, so it's really not that bad. I topped it off with some Mercron V, and yeah, I mean, it really wasn't that bad at all. But I got everything back up in there. Everything's clean. Got that new hose in there, so we're good to go. Anyways, let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to answer them. Hit me up. But either way, y'all keep wrenching, keep her wide open. We'll see you in the next one.